the word arbor means? What does the word arbor mean? Raise your hand if you know, Mr. Jarrell.
Trees.
Yeah, good. So we're going to plant a tree today, and then later today, you're each going to take a tree home that you can plant in your yard. Okay? So watch how these guys do it. So when you get home, you can grab a shovel, plant a tree. Why are trees good for the environment? What do they give us? Oxygen. Very good.
What else do they do?
Natalie, get on the sidewalk.
Fire away. What else do trees do?
Besides oxygen, what else?
They take in carbon dioxide.
Yes.
Good.
They feed our animals.
Yep. What else?
They're also,
Yep.
they're also a home for birds and squirrels.
Yes, they are.
Nice.
What else?
Good answer.
They let birds different restaurants.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
They can grow fruit.
Yes, they can. Obviously, the most important thing they do is provide oxygen for us. Obviously, that's the big thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But does everybody like trees?
Yes.
Do they make things look good?
Yes.
Yeah. So if we look around here and there weren't any trees, it wouldn't look very good, would it? No, it wouldn't. So, how tall can trees get?
Up to 100 feet.
They can get how tall?
Up to 100
Yes, up to 100 feet is right. They certainly can. The tree that we're going to plant today is called a swamp white oak. Okay. Can anybody tell me how deep we need to plant the tree? This is called a bare root. Okay. A lot of the times when you're at a nursery, trees have been growing. If you're at a nursery, trees have been growing there for probably 7 or 8 years. Okay. This is probably maybe 2 years old at the most. Grew from an acorn. And that's how they started it. So, how deep do we need to plant?
4 feet.
Kind of.
Hand him the shovel.
So, when you're planting a new tree, you want to go as deep as the roots are existing. So, is that what you meant? Okay. If you wanted to plant as deep as the roots would go, you would have to be a really big hole. How wide do we plant the tree? How wide do we make the hole? Yes.
As big as be as wide as it can get.
Kind of. Twice as wide. That's right. We want to make the hole. We want to make the hole twice as big as our roots. So, we're going to make it. That's about 12 inches. So that's really about the size that we need to be at this particular point. Okay. When we plant it, we don't want to plant it too deep, because if we plant it too deep, it hurts the tree. It doesn't allow the tree to grow right. Okay? Any other questions? Yes?
When does the tree start up to grow into a big tree?
As soon as we plant it.
How much do they grow in a year?
It varies. When they're young, trees can put anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of growth on. This one will establish itself a lot quicker. You already have a lot of the fine roots all ready to grow. You don't have to reestablish any of the root system that was cut off from the nursery. So when they bring it in from a nursery, they cut off a lot of the roots. This one has all of its roots and it's ready to start growing. Anybody else?
Yeah, we have some questions.
Yes.
How many years to reach its maturity?
to reach maturity, it's probably going to be about 50 or 60 years. But this tree can live for over 150 years. So it's going to be here a really, really long time.
Manly, did you have a question? Manly, did you have a question?
Dry now.
Jerome?
No. Swan pine was a native tree to Illinois, so it's not rare at all. The beach, if you go to the beach, they have a lot of these trees in the beach.
Lakefront, yes.
Lakefront. Yeah.
She has her question now. It's
Yes.
back.
Okay, good question.
Can't hear it. One more time.
How do we water is what the question was, and how much. When it is cold outside like it is today, and we've had a lot of rain, you don't need to water as much because the moisture will stay in the soil longer. We're going to put mulch on it, so the mulch will help keep moisture in. But you're going to water the trees every probably 7 to 14 days. That's all you need to do. So
Omar's got a question.
yes.
Is there any white oaks around this area?
The lakefront is there. There's a whole lot of them all across the front of the lake. Yes. If you water it every day, you're going to drown it.
Oh.
Okay? Because what do we need to breathe? Trees need oxygen too. Okay? And if you put too much water in them, what happens when you stay under the water too long? Okay? That's what's going to happen with the tree too. The tree needs oxygen to take in all the nutrients. Okay? So if you drowned it, put too much water in it, you'll kill it. Okay? And then that's right. Yes. That's what you should do. You should water it once, and you really want the water. You want the soil around the tree. You want that to dry out. You want the soil to dry out, and then you water it again. So you don't give it too much water, and you also let the tree's roots struggle a little bit, so they have to go find the water themselves. So they're going to grow and grow into the soil. So you want the tree to struggle just a little bit, but make sure you give it the water. Yes.
Does it blossom?
Not really. It does, but the flower, it's not like a flower. So in the springtime, this time of the year, you'll see some fuzzy stuff on it. That's about all it's going to do. It all depends on how hot it is. If it's hot, you have to water more often. If it's cool, you have to water less. Yep. If you just, I can't tell you. You just have to, the best thing to do is to test the soil. So if you have like a stake at home, if you put the stake into the ground and it goes in very easily, then you have enough water. If you try to put the stick in the ground or the stake in the ground and it's really hard to get in, you need to water. Okay? So you don't want it drying out. You want it to dry out, but not too much. How much time we got?
All right.
We're good? Start. One more.
Can trees grow bananas?
Yes, they can. Not this tree, but that's how we get bananas, are from trees. It's called the banana palm. It's a palm tree. Okay? Ready?
We can plant the tree now.
I want to be a shower.
Guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the tree in. We're gonna plant it about this deep is where we're going to go with it. So it'll be out of the ground just a little bit, but not too much. We'll put the root in, and then little by little we'll put the soil in around the roots, and then we'll pack it in around the roots as we go to keep it tight.
Oh, that's cool.
Huh? No, this is the first year we've ever done this. Yeah.
I know why the tricks are there.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna take a while for that one to grow like these, right? Yeah.
Don't say that. It sounds disgusting.
I still have, guys, I still have a tree that I got when I was in 4th grade. We planted it.
You still got it?
We planted it in my backyard, and it's growing. It's a pine tree.
Still growing?
Yeah, and now it's like taller than me now. It was like this big when I got it.
Aww.
So we planted it, and now it's taller than me now.
I think not that much. Is it like school? They had a disease.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we planted 2 new ones that my dad company gave us.
There you go.
It just toast school.
Yeah.
Don't say that ever again. It sounds
No, definitely not that
disgusting.
tall.
Do you know what you're like sometimes? Say mud. Don't say you.
What does the mulch do?
It holds moisture.
It holds the moisture in. That's right.
Wow. Nice
So,
job, man.
There's more.
also guys, when you plant your tree, what we want to do, obviously make sure it's straight, okay? But we want to make a trough around the base of the tree. And that's where you'll dump that's where you'll water. So because the little trench will help keep the water inside, and it'll help direct the roots, it'll help direct the water directly to the roots. Okay? Is that good?
Yes.
This is some free mulch advice. Be very careful if you go to do the mulch step. Don't pack the mulch against the bark of the tree because it could irritate the skin of the bark.
Yep.
Oh.
How does wood help it? The mulch